comment on as well. What happened to those in ancient Israel who challenged God's choice of Moses as the one taking the lead?
Well, some got consumed with fire and others got eaten up in basically an earthquake. I mean, so it was providential. Jehovah made it clear who you're supposed to listen to, and that's those that I appoint for you to listen to. So you can see in that picture there, that's Korah bad-mouthing poor Moses and Aaron up there, and Dathan and Abiram in front of him, whipping up the crowd. But Jehovah, he wants us to humbly obey those he chooses.
The interesting thing is on this, again, we see that theme where there was a half-truth given. They're saying, hey, Jehovah, all of us are holy. He's in our midst. But it goes down to their motive behind what they were after. And of course, they wanted power. They wanted recognition. They wanted to be prominent ones. They wanted people to look at them in almost in awe. But that wasn't Moses. Moses didn't do that. But again, they didn't get down to the truth of the matter, and that was that Jehovah is the one that made this decision. He's the one that made that choice. And now by them criticizing Moses, they were directly actually criticizing Jehovah's decision-making. And of course, mentioned, it did not go very well.
Yeah. Picture a little farther in detail here. You notice there's a bunch of closed fists. You see that in protests, right? When someone has a closed fist like that, what do you think's going on in their mind and in their heart? It's in Jehovah's organization.
One thing that reveals honesty and sincerity is when people recognize that a change is needed, and it takes courage and honesty and, again, sincerity to do that. So we have faith in Jehovah's organization.
And today we've seen scripturally why the two important qualities that are needed in order to please Jehovah are fear of him and humility. And we can certainly see this in this paragraph, that those who are taking the lead, the governing body, and all of those who bear the responsibility have developed those qualities. So they're not asking us to do something that they don't continually work on themselves.
And they always base their decisions on God's word, and that's the same thing that we try to do, so that's why we can put confidence.
And in Proverbs 4:18 brings out that the path of the righteous is like the bright morning light that gets brighter and brighter until full daylight. So we expect changes. When the light gets brighter and things get clear, we expect changes. So when Jehovah's organization or the governing body makes changes due to seeing things clearer, there's no need to get upset. We know that it's still coming from Jehovah. He's the one making it clearer for us.
Thank you.
It was brought out earlier, the different divisions and different churches, the thousands of different denominations and what have you. The one thing about it is the unity that we show when an adjustment needs to be made. We've gone from years and years ago having Christmas trees and celebrating Christmas and having other things that when we learned, it was changed, it was updated, it was corrected, and all done according to the scriptures. And so when these things happen where other religions, if something like that happens, they just, okay, they'll have the 17th Baptist Church on the other corner, and they'll just change because they want to, they won't adjust. They want to stay. So what we need to do by humility we talked about and the fear of Jehovah, when these changes are made, then we accept them and then we move on. And aren't we glad that we are in the religion that when there is an adjustment that needs to be made, it's made and it's done to please Jehovah?